paying attention to the details. Really caring about the customer feedback.
On 5. Go shot.
Team 33 is a outside broadcast company.
Veteran actor.
Go shot 5.
We specialize in delivering top-notch multi-camera event coverage and live streaming services.
For us, we needed just the 1 or 2 reels.
At Team 33, at the core, we're driven by passion.
What do you think? This? Good choice.
Good, thank you.
Yes, super. I think we have a future in TV.
You work in live production, you'll know that there's nothing glamorous about what we do. The hours are long. We are there before anyone shows up and after everyone is gone.
We are always busy. We are always on one production or the other, or even simultaneously on different productions. And I think that speaks to the kind of capacity that we have at Team 33 Productions.
Even if they double up and it go spread out.
Team 33 Production has the best minds you can find in West Africa.
Committed crew member who makes all this possible, from the engineering to the technical personnel.
We strive for 100%, no matter what the challenges are.
Excellent teamwork, from the crew member as well.
Every team member, from the CEO down to the production guys, we are all driven by passion, and we are all driven by the fact that we are looking forward to ensuring that every production is at its best.
At least
One.
hopefully.
One? Yes, I'm going to say one.
Okay, and we're putting it all
So where should we
inside,
put it?
inside the VIP.
Should we put it inside VIP? Sorry.
Yeah.
We have 2 outside broadcast vans that allow us to essentially make any location a live studio.
Is there any possibility of setting a cost record this year?
Cut one.
Let's see.
We have 2 OB van. One of them is the Eagle. The other one is the Thunderbird.
The Eagle has the ability to handle massive production. It's a very big van. And then the Thunderbird also has the ability to handle massive production.
Camera 7, give me 50 shot. 7, give me 50 shot.
We have a van that can take in as much as 60 cameras. But if that's needed.
And mix to 5. Ready, 6, go 6 now.
Graphics systems, different audio systems, and these are connections in a 3G SDI protocol. And you have a 64-channel audio Calec Omega audio system. Best system when it comes to sports. When you hear that football sound,
Here comes the corner kick, it's left footed in.
it comes from different mic positions at different corners. These are the kind of facilities you find in our van.
All this stuff in drone.
You have triax cameras that can go as far as 300 meters to any point we decide to place our cameras in a stadium. So, which means that once the van is parked at any point in the stadium, you have a camera that can reach any point in that stadium. Each camera has the CCU, color correction, exposure, gain. You have that full control on the camera in the van. And also you have a recorder, Sony recorder that records an industry standard of MXF. video format, which is one of the best standard you can have. And that has the ability to record at 100 bit rate, which means you have a color ratio of 4:2:2. For those that are in the industry will understand that that's also a very good color profile. And then you still have 4:4:4 color profile. So we have the ability to give a very good picture coming out from the recording system in the van.
We have EVS machines which are critical to playback.
You have a good replay system when it comes to sport, which you understand that for football, replays are very, very important.
Our recordings have been used in many circumstances where an occurrence on the field was unclear.
Chile Stars out for against Chile Stars, I should say, but the flag goes up.
When you get down to the transmission system, we have the satellite transmission system, we have the KU band, the C band, which is uninterrupted, C band and KU band. We have that for the satellite system, which means you can receive a feed anywhere in the world depending on what satellite you want to use.
We have 2 uplink trucks. We also have 2 flyaway kits, so which means we can involve in 3 or 4 different kind of production simultaneously.
Once again, everything that is required for that international quality broadcast across sports is a capability that we have. But we're not going to stop there because there's so much that happens and that is happening as it relates to technology and broadcast. So our key consideration is looking at what we're doing in Nigeria, but scaling it across the continent. We don't want to just be doing this in Nigeria. We believe in a Pan-African approach. And so if it works here, it can work in Ghana, it can work in Senegal, it can work in Rwanda. So we're big on collaboration, we're big on partnerships, we're big on ensuring that the success that we've seen here is translated across the continent.
We have good relationship with other space, we have good relationship with Intelsat, we have relationships with most of the top satellite providers you have in the world. And then with the new age coming, we have IP transmission systems where feeds, HD feeds, high definition feeds are being transmitted over the internet. And we have the ability to bond different networks such that there is no interruption. So you can have a fiber, a wireless, a radio, modem connected to our devices, and it will bond this network to ensure that you have a very good transmission, uninterrupted transmission for your program.
All the cameras, just that is running around.
Team 33 van is one of the best vans you can actually get right now in Nigeria.
When we purchased our OB vans, we were very intentional about making sure that the equipment that we were bringing in would at least meet FIFA standards of production.
That would like to be substituted. That's a man who has earned his money in this game.
And it's money! What was that?
Our cameras are Grass Valley. The cameras they use in the Commonwealth, in fact, most World Cup, those are the cameras they use.
Our lenses are specific for football, are specific for sports.
The X100 box lenses, the X80s, and your wide-angle lenses. These are sports-rated lenses for sport production and also event production.
Every event, every production that we've covered has been a success story so far.
Over the years, we've covered over 3,000 hours of sports content, from CAF tournaments to MPFL matches.
Just a few centimeters away from the center circle. It's Ramos Stars.
We've done the Nigerian Premier Football League for like 2 seasons. back-to-back.
To national sports festivals in Asaba and Abeokuta, to CAA games. We also have covered the military games in Abuja.
Silverbird, most beautiful girl. When we get
Welcome to Lagos, the historic heart of Nigeria, a place where tradition and commerce blend seamlessly. Lagos, home to iconic landmarks, including where we are right now, the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, formerly the Onikon Stadium. We are here for NNL Match Day 16 clash between already relegated First Bank FC against the visitors Osun United. This game promises to be entertaining, and these two sides will slug it out in this Match Day 16 clash. Welcome to our live coverage on TX3 Sports. The Nigerian National League continues here in Lagos at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Well, we've got the home faithfuls here hoping to bring the noise. It's a Saturday afternoon. You want to call this one a lunchtime kickoff? And these two sides have got beautiful weather for them to go head-to-head in a game of football. Well, for First Bank, surely they wouldn't want to go down without a fight. Osun United also clearly in the mix, clearly in the picture, and they would want to get maximum points here today to keep their survival hopes alive. My name is Emmanuel Sebastian, here to take you through this game. I've got my co-commentator Azubi Kiwanicha. I will bring in shortly for this coverage, but just before that, this game is something you maybe get some entertainment from. First Bank flying their trade here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena against this Osun United side. Well, here we go in a clash of fates where pride meets the expression of First Bank FC. The fallen giants, already relegated, host a must-win battle with Osun United. We are live at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. The side from Oshobo arrived with nothing to lose but everything to fight for. Can Osun United pull off a swooping victory to keep their survival dream alive, or will First Bank, fueled by pride and nothingness, pull off the uprising? The stakes is indeed high, especially for the visitors who are still fighting for their survival. Just to remind you, 3 teams will be relegated from this conference. Just before I go on my thoughts on that, here's the lineup for the home side, First Bank FC. Adelani Ademola will continue in goal for the home side. Paul Ogunkoya will lead the line, will be assisted by Monday Yakubu and also Monday Imano. 2 Mondays hoping to do the job for the bankers here today against Osun United. Well, our center referee just giving out his final instructions to the captain of these two sides. Well, talking about sides getting relegated, 3 teams will be relegated from Conference A and Conference B, and 2 teams each from Conference C and Conference D. Our center referee today is Akonji Wasiu. We'll be handling proceedings here today. Akonji Wasiu, our center referee from Oyo State. For the visitors, Osun United, Nuruddin Okalawa will be the goalkeeper. Moses Samuel, Gabriel Onoja, Boyo Solomon, Ebuka Stanley, Nuruddin Abolade, Sikiru Durodoye, Sadiq Obiseson, Shagun Olashenwa, Abacha Kure, and Fred Olajide will be the players fighting out for Osun United for this fixture. Well, the bench is stocked with options. These players from these two sides will be hoping to get a taste of the action as this game progresses here today at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. If you're just joining us, sit back, sit tight, relax. Well, it's kind of a subdued atmosphere here today, but surely these two sides on the playing surface will be bringing every of the excitement for this match day 16 clash here today. Some pre-match photographs from the two sides. First Bank looking bright in their home attire today, all white, white tops, white shorts, hoping to play for pride here today. You want to see that fight, you want to see that desire from this First Bank side, even though they would be playing in the third tier come next season in the NNO, but surely not going down without a fight today. Well, for the visitors, Osun United, they've got all to play for. They've got all to fight for, Osun United, in this fixture here today. Well, this fixture serves us from Conference B in the NNL. Osun United starting the day on 8th position on the log. After 15 match days, they are currently on 17 points, just 2 points below safety. So maximum point is clearly needed from the Omoluabi boys here today against the bankers of First Bank FC. Your team of officials once again for this fixture. Just to remind you, our center referee once again, Akonji Wasiu from Oyo State, will be assisted by Olorunyomi Victor, also from Oyo State, and Shijola Frederick, also from Oyo State. Yakim Latif will also be doing the job as one of the assistants. Well, for First Bank, the head coach is Abidemi Abiolu, hoping to lead his side to maximum point here today in this match day 16 clash. We'll be observing a moment of silence just before kickoff here today. What is it for? What is it for? What is it for? Oh, yeah. Moments of silence. Just before I talk on that, I've got the head coach of Osun United, Akinade Onigbinde, formerly of Doma United, hoping to weave his magic for this Osun United side. Well, talking about the moments of silence we had earlier, it's for the sad demise of the president of the Nigerian Football Referees Association, Honorable Sani Zubair, who passed away in the early hours of Tuesday, the 24th of March 2026, after a brief illness. Zubair was a former FIFA referee, was also the head of refereeing unit of the NFF and secretary of its referee committee. May the soul of the departed continue to rest in peace. Pre-match formalities from the First Bank FC players, just coming together in their own goal. Well, a lot has been said about pre-match rituals, not just in football here in Nigeria, also across the globe. The centre holder from Chelsea Football Club, one of the talking points as far as our pre-match rituals are concerned across the world. Almost set for kickoff, almost ready to go. First Bank, the home side against Osun United, the visitors. Looking like the visitors will get us underway, and indeed they get us underway. Osun United away at First Bank FC, live at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Once again, it's our live coverage on TX3 Sports, bringing you the very best of the Nigerian National League. The home side, First Bank, on white tops and white shorts, attacking the goal to our right-hand side. And the visitors, Osun United, on blue tops and black shorts, playing from right to left. Just to remind you, First Bank already relegated from the Nigerian National League. Well, the weather forecast here today, we've got a wind speed of 14 kilometers per hour and a 70% humidity. Perfect weather conditions for a game of football, if you ask me. Those two sides in Conference B. First Bank, after 14 match days, stopped on 8 points in the foot of the Conference B standings. The first infringement of the game, it has gone in favor of the visitors. Free kick for Osun United in what looks like a promising position. Can they take advantage of this one? Miracle Opais just making sure his team isn't caught off guard. This game, our first of 2 live games that we will be bringing to you for this weekend. Delany screaming at his defensive wall just before this free kick will be taken. It's a 3-man wall for First Bank FC as they try to repel this free kick from going in. Sadiq Obiseson will be hitting this one for Osun United. The free kick comes in from Sadiq, the goalkeeper pretty much had that one covered. Easy save for Delany in the end. Just hit us one time into the danger area looking for the run of Paulo Gunkoya. Well, 2 minutes of action here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Still no goals to report. We've seen our first attempt on targets from that free kick from Sadiq Obiseson. Osun United hoping to do the double against First Bank here today. They won the reverse fixture of this time by 2-1, played in November in Oshobo. So First Bank trying to level things up. This could be the moment for First Bank. The strike comes in. Oh, brilliant save from Nuruddin. Oh, that was on the platter for the bankers. Oh, you wouldn't see a better chance all game if you ask me. Nuruddin Okanlawo standing tall, making that save to deny First Bank from getting an early lead in this tie. A free kick for First Bank, 3 minutes on the clock. Will be for pretty soon. Cross comes into the box, headed out. Still First Bank knocking on the door. Here's Monday Yakubu, brilliant turn from Paul Ogunkoya. The cross comes in and Nuruddin once again this time an easy catch. Well, leading from the goalkeeping positions today for Osun United. Brilliant save to deny on the home side earlier on. Just 4 minutes into this game and we've seen both goalkeepers called into action. First free kick for Osun United, saved by Delany. First Bank trying to play out from the back. It's 5 minutes on the clock. On a diagonal from Monday Yakubu. Still First Bank in possession. Oh, decent spell. This is for the home side. Monday Emmanuel just giving it away easily. Can Osun United now break forward on the left-hand side? A sliding tackle there from Sadiq and Ladiwaji. So throwing for Osun United. The crossfield ball has gone on for a goal kick. Brilliant start for the home side. gone closest to scoring. Miracle of Paise just giving away possession. Was calling for the free kick. Throwing for Osun United, taken by Moses. The visitors still trying to grow into this tie. Go back to Nuruddin, the goalkeeper and captain of Osun United. Well, it's a free kick in favor of the visitors. There's Paulo Gukoya now for First Bank. Well, easily gave away possession in that instance. Osun United clearly in need of maximum points here today. Heading into this tie from back-to-back defeats, 2-0 loss away at Rovers FC. And also a 1-0 loss at home to Stormers of Abeokuta. Well, that was a surprise result. And that back-to-back loss came off the back of 3 wins on the bounce. 3 1-0 wins, actually. 1-0 win at home to Ekiti United. Away 1-0 win against Abakaliki FC, another surprising result. A 1-0 win at home against table toppers Akwa United. From consecutive wins and went to back-to-back defeats. So clearly here today in search of maximum points, and it could be all crucial as they fight for survival. D teams will be relegated from Conference B to the NLO for next season. Currently occupying those 3 spots, it's First Bank already relegated in the foot of the table. Rovers United and also Osun United, the visitors here today. So 2 points away from safety. Osun United haven't played a game more than Gosula Pabio FC, who are their closest rival as far as the table is concerned. Here's Miracle of Paise. He's done well to win the draw. Drawing for First Bank. Now the Osun United jersey just inscribed with Imole as the inscription on the front of the jersey. Imole meaning light, if I'm not mistaken. Well, 10 minutes of action here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. First Bank FC nil, Osun United nil. Still awaiting the very first goal of this game. Miracle of Paise needs to be careful. Yellow carded now for his troubles. Here's Miracle in possession. He's got a good left foot. The strike comes in from Miracle. Well, Nuruddin also makes a double save, and it's a corner for First Bank. Nuruddin Okalao in goal for Osun United. Oh, decent strike from Miracle. Oh, the right boots of Umar Ayuba just doing enough to confuse the goalkeeper. Right foot across from Miracle. Once again, Kalawa with the intervention. Osun United now struggling to clear their lines. A great tackle from Alani Waju. Here's Monday Mano now for First Bank. Monday Mano is trying to wriggle his way past 2 blue shirts. Stop by in his tracks brilliantly there by the defense of Osun United. Poorly done, given away cheaply by a ball day for Osun United. There's Paul Ogunkoya. No free kick for Paul Ogunkoya. Just allowing that one to roll out for a throw. Well, it's been all First Bank in the last 5 to 10 minutes. Well, there's one thing to dominate a game, it's another thing to make your dominance count. So far, that's what the home side have failed to do in the first 13 minutes of this tie. Here's Monday Imano to Paul Ogunkoya, back to Monday. One Monday to the other. Monday Imano to Monday Yakubu. This could be dangerous for First Bank. Osun United will come forward and he tried to walk the angle for the strike. Well, it was staying easy for Adilani. Monday Yakubu, a lucky man there. We'll be taking the stars that didn't result to a goal for the visitors. Here comes Miracle now, looking for Paul. Not the best of passes to Paul Ogunkoya. Could see the gesticulation from the centre forward. He wanted that ball forward, not behind. Well, Osun United have picked up some impressive wins this season. I mean, the pick of the bunch would be the home win against tabletoppers Aqua United. Ayuba has stayed down. Looks in some little discomfort. He will be okay. Boyo Suleiman has played it back to Kanal Nuruddin. Here's Boyo Suleiman once again, calling for support. He's found one in Moses Samo. Osun United coming forward now. Can they make this one count? Kure has gone down. It's a free kick. Bacha Kure just trying to look for solutions. Impeded in the process. Was in front of the referee, who probably had a better view of that one. It's a free kick for Osun United. The foul was from Salahuddin Ismail. Another free kick for Osun United in a similar position like the one they had at the early moments in this game. It was Obiseson who gave it a go earlier on. It's looking like Sadiq Obiseson will have another try, hoping to do one better than he did from his previous attempt. Well, he's not the only man there. There's also Nuruddin Abolode also standing by. It's Sadiq who takes, this time once again. Even easier for Delani than the previous attempt. Well, they've struggled to create any meaningful chance apart from the set pieces, the free kicks. There's not been too many clear cuts attempts at goal from the visitors, but for First Bank, they've had the best chance of the game. And I know they did not come out, made a brilliant save, reacting quicker to his right hand side. Went down quickly enough to make the save. Here's Sadiq to Boyo. A long one from Boyo, headed out. Still Osun United in possession. On the left hand side, Moses. Well, Moses with a poor attempt there. That's a goal kick for First Bank. Oh, the home side now showing all the urgency. You must admire the pace of this game. Well, we've seen more than a quarter of an hour played in this fixture. 18 minutes precisely on the clock. Still 0-0 between these two sides. Stuck in the relegation zone of the Conference B standings. Here comes Osun United on the right hand side. Well, trying to catch the goalkeeper off guard. Oh, decent try. Oh, read that one brilliantly, Adelani. Paul Ogunkoya gets the return pass from Miracle of Barca. Here's Paul now. Well, Paul trying to wiggle his way past the Osun United defense. Maybe one touch too many from the centre forward. Closed down by Osun United. They've played it out from the back nicely. Here comes Moses. Moses' pass intercepted by Olani Wajid. The throw-in for Osun United. Foul on Shegon on Lasson. A brilliant turn from the number 30 for Osun United. Oh, beautiful through ball for Moses. Oh, just couldn't get there. The pace of the pass just too heavy for Moses to keep it alive. It's a goal kick for First Bank FC. .20 minutes on the clock. First Bank 0, Osun United 0. Cross comes into the box. Clearly a foul there, free kick for Osun United. Foul on Gabriel Onoja. Shot from behind. Clearly a foul. Shot from Omar Ayuba. Here's Abacha. It's 1v1 with the defender. Abacha trying to walk the angle for the strike. The strike comes in. Adelani makes the save. Sadiq Obiseson with that hit. Just right at the edge of the 18-yard area. Beautiful walk from Abacha Kure. And look at that for a strike. Well, he was straight at Adelani, but he did just enough to make the save. Decent strike. A great save from Adelani. His first real save of this game. 21 minutes on the clock. Both sides still hoping to get the opener in this match day 16 clash. Here's Miracle of Ice here for First Bank. Miracle's pass to the left. Not the best. Clear disappointment in his face. Oh, clearly not the intention. Here's Bachakure. It's gone out. It's a throw-in for Osun United. Gradually getting themselves now in this game. The visitors who are clearly in need of maximum points in this fixture. Well, this could be the chance. Well, almost from way out. Oh, Nuruddin Okalawo makes the save. Well, an audacious try from way out. Oh, bounced in front of Nuruddin, the goalkeeper. Clearly stayed switched on to make that last-ditch save. Well, he's hurt himself in the process. Nuruddin Okalawo, well, he's been the busiest of the two goalkeepers. He's kept Osun United in this fixture from point blank. Doing just enough to bring the noise. And the home support for First Bank. Well, it's getting lively now at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. The vuvuzelas, the trumpeters, the drums, doing just enough to cheer the side. Already relegated First Bank FC. Well, clearly wouldn't want to go down without a fight. Paulo Gunkoya just receiving instructions from the technical crew. This man has really led from the goalkeeping positions. He's kept Osun United in this fixture. He's made some eye-catching saves in this fixture here today. .25 minutes on the clock. Nuruddin, it's okay, he looks okay. Now dishing out instructions to his defenders to stay switched on as they try to defend this corner. Not too sure right now. Oh, it's a corner, yes. Miracle of Paisa will be taking this one. He's got a decent left foot. It's going to be an in-swinger. Well, corner comes in. It's deep from Miracle. Well, headed out. Another corner on the opposite side. Well, First Bank now knocking on the door as they try to get the very first goal of this time. Monday Yakubu will be taking this one. Corner from Monday. Oh, the strong right hand from Nuruddin once again. A third consecutive corner. Well, it seems the referee has spotted something. Nuruddin Okalawa this time gets the favor of our center referee, Akonji Wasiu from Oyo State. Oh, he will be okay shortly. Nuruddin Okalawa, as we take a second look at what happened here. You could see as he tried to make that right hand save, he was clearly impeded by the Russian Mohammed from First Bank. So clearly a free kick. Right call from the center referee in that instance. Osun United now on the left hand side. Can they create another chance of their own? Here's Sadiq Obiseson. A beautiful pass to the right hand side. Well, it's got the pace. The low cross was tame, was blocked. Possession regained by First Bank. The pace of the game clearly reduced from what we saw in the first 10-15 minutes. The home side started the game like a house on fire. This team just reducing in the last couple of minutes. Throwing for Osun United. Perfect time for me to bring in my co-commentator Azubi Kionicha for this game here today. So welcome to today's coverage. Already relegated First Bank against Osun United, who are fighting for survival. Here's Paul Ogunkoya. Beautiful pass from Paul at this time. No mistake from the finish. Well worked goal from First Bank, and it is Umar Yakubu perfectly placed to tuck it home. Beautiful work from the number 9, Paul Ogunkoya, who you felt could be in the other position to be finishing those passes. But Paul Ogunkoya this time, turn provider. A beautiful ball into the box and a beautiful finish from Umar Ayuba. First Bank in front, Osun United trail.
What an electrifying finish you just saw right now. They didn't like to hear that word, Manny, that they have been dropped, that they are not going to be in the league. They want to show that they can do better. And whether they are going down, they still have to play for pride. And that was some beautiful finish. Lovely exquisite pass from the right. Gukoya doing a great job, making sure that he found his man, located him perfectly in that box and drops that one for the first goal. Just a way to kickstart their scoring on their own home ground.
Umar Ayuba, the goal scorer, only 28 minutes. And First Bank in front in this time. 29 minutes on the clock. First Bank FC 1, Osun United 0. Clearly giving this a real fight. The Elephant Boys of First Bank FC. They've considered a free kick. Monday, Emmanuel, the guilty party. Foul on Sadiq Obiseson. It's a free kick for the Omoluabi boys, hoping to draw level now. Hit the half-hour mark. 30 minutes on the clock. 15 minutes of normal time left to play in this first half. Dylan is staying switched on. Cross comes in. Well, a poor one in the end. And it's gone out for a First Bank goal kick.
I think he was going to lob that one over the goalkeeper. Saw that he was trying to control his boys. Knew that the referee had given the go-ahead to take the free kick. Hit that one as a lob over the goalkeeper, but unfortunately, it wasn't on target. Would have been a painful way to actually take that one. First Bank actually showing some stuff, telling you that football is about playing till the last day. Not thinking anything will happen, but the most important thing is the fact that they can pick points from their home ground, and that's what you've just seen them start with, getting that goal just on the 26-minute mark. And make that 29 minutes. It's just the way to go about football games. They know what they want. They came out for this one. They don't want to lose at home. They might not be going anywhere, but with this one, it shows that they really have something to fight for, whether you like it or not. That's the way to play football games, winning even when things don't look so right.
1-0 win here against Rovers FC. Last time out for First Bank. And now hoping to make it back-to-back wins. Monday, Emmanuel goes into the referee's box for that challenge. It's a free kick for Osun United. So take a second look at that attempt.
It was a clear tackle. Went from the back. Emmanuel knew he was only going to bring that man down to get him off the ball. And just in front of the referee, Monday Emmanuel getting a yellow card immediately. Number 10 man shouldn't be the one doing this, but sometimes it has to happen. They want to protect that lead. I knew it wasn't going to be a game of too many goals. I feel it's not going to be a game of too many goals. Let me put that word, because it's just close to the last 15 minutes of the first half. But I think I've seen good football from the two sides. The challenge and First Bank I've always had is putting the ball in the back of the net. They've shown their qualities. And that yellow card at least just shows Monday he has to be cautious for the rest of the game.
Akanji Stu not afraid to bring out the cards. Free kick comes in. Osun United still knocking on the door. The clearance will come. Now they'll try to hold on to this lead heading into the halftime break. Here's Monday Emmanuel. Gets the return pass. Beautifully done. Here's Miracle Opaise. Back to Monday Emmanuel. Not the best of passes from Miracle, but it's a throw-in for First Bank. Boyle just intercepting that pass.
I think they were enjoying the give and go, but Miracle is one man who's also brilliant on the ball. Would have taken his time, created more space, dragged the player away and created that space and for Monday Emmanuel to get the ball. But it's just the way to go. They learn from every of their mistakes. Two of the finest players in the team. You just wonder if they'll be able to keep them for the next season with the kind of football they have shown that they can play so far. Monday and Miracle.
Well, First Bank looking for the second row, the goal scorer. Ayuba with a heavy touch is rolled out for a goal kick. Well, it's been brilliant for Osun United in this game. Nuruddin Okalao, the captain of the side, saves after saves, but left in no man's land from that Ayuba's finish. Two points away from safety heading into this tie. Osun United clearly in that relegation dogfight. Three teams will be relegated. Had to make that clear once again. Three teams from Conference A and B, and two each from C and D, making it 10 teams going down to the third tier for next season. First Bank already relegated, 8 points heading into this tie. If they win today, they go on to 11.
Not the best of times for them, but at least something to hold on to with pride. The kind of football they have played today has been brilliant. Going past their opponent in 1v1 situations and also playing those give and go passes. It's worked perfectly for them on this right side. For First Bank, they know they don't have so much to give, but what they can do is actually win. Maybe they're looking to draw Osun United down with the kind of football they played today, putting in all the passion and showing that they have to do everything until the last day.
Another free kick for Osun United. Well, those free kicks have been coming. Olariwaju with the foul. Clearly a shove from behind. No attempts to win the ball.
It's been at the receiving end of all of this tackles and poaches in the last couple of minutes. One of the key men, they know him at Osun United. They know it's going to be a trouble if they let him go. Abacha, the man who is too tall for the side. He's got that build, he's got that movement, he's got that positioning, but always being hacked down anytime he's trying to make that move. And it's all to reduce how much of the quality of attack that Osun United have got. First Bank know they don't score so many goals. They know Osun United can catch them in situations like that, especially on the counter. And getting that man Abacha off the ball is one of their prime targets.
Free kick comes in, the strike. Decided to go for the swerve. Nuruddin Bolide for Osun United. Delany pretty much had that one covered. It's a goal kick for First Bank. Carl is still screaming. You wonder what Delany is screaming at. Maybe the wall wasn't perfectly placed.
Surely not comfortable with the wall. Screamed at his players, and you could see them just going to him to apologize. One who understands the game so well. He understands how badly the wall would have performed in that situation. And he doesn't want to find his team in that situation where they are caught on a level again with Osun United equalizing. It's going to be a tough one for them to get back to the lead.
A miracle of ice brought down. Free kick for First Bank. Tried to stay on his feet, but eventually went down. So clearly expecting the sound of the referee's whistle. Came eventually. Free kick for First Bank. Osun United hoping not to concede a second just before the halftime break. But much to the displeasure of that man in particular, the man in goal for the Omoluabi boys. Free kick taken. Well, the flag has gone up for offside. We haven't seen much of them today. The offside calls.
Players have been cautious, and maybe you've not seen the teams trying to run the counter. No high line football played. Everybody's been steady on that defense. It makes it all interesting, I tell you. Reduced offsides make the game even more beautiful. It doesn't kill the momentum of the attackers anytime they go on the attack.
Here's a strike from Abacha. Not the best of techniques. Way out. Well, it's looking like there will be a change for the visitors. First change of this game. Dauda will be coming on for Fred. And you wonder if that was forced or if it is tactical from the head coach. And maybe in the Akinade for Osun United. Well, it's been made. We'll wait to see if it will yield the expected or the desired result on the playing surface.
Didn't look like Fred pulled anything. But again, they must have seen something to say, okay, let's take this man off and get Dauda on. It's the funny thing about football. Sometimes you see some early substitutions because of the situation of the game. But it's all for the team to get what they want. They are trying to avoid relegation. And they have to do all they can to at least pick a point from here to still feel that they are safe for the remaining games to go.
Free kick taken by Salahuddin into the danger area. Boyo heads out. Clearly launching into Ayuba. Ayuba stayed down for First Bank. He's got some defending to do. Well, a mistimed clearance there. Danger eventually cleared. Osun United will regain possession, and now Ayuba will get the attention of the centre referee and maybe the medical team. 40 minutes on the clock. First Bank still in front, courtesy of that goal from Omar Ayuba. Well walked, I must say. And it is the goal scorer who stayed down for First Bank FC.
Clearly a head clash from that free kick taken. You see the replay. I think it was an elbow actually. Ayuba still fell on him. It was a very, very painful one. He had to hold on to his head because that's where the elbow hit him. Looks like one that will not take him out of the game. But surely anything that's got to do with the head, the medics take it very, very seriously. And the referee might even tell him to walk off the pitch, go get some confirmation before getting back on the game again.
Monday Yakubu, clearly one of the key players heading into this time. Not seen much of Monday Yakubu. I've seen more of his namesake, Monday Emmanuel. 2 Mondays on show for First Bank on a Saturday. Kinadeo Nibinde, formerly of Doma United, did so well. Doma United had a blistering first half of the season. In the season, they got relegated. They were shattered in the second half of the season. Talking about Doma United, already promoted to the MPFL for next season from the Northern Conference. So we'll see much of Doma United in the top flight for next season. Already confirmed. Strike from Sadiq. Easy catch for Delany. Still screaming. It's so vocal. It's been so vocal today. Delany in goal for First Bank. Easy save from that strike from Sadiq Obisesan.
Really animated. Doesn't like the spaces they are given, I guess. He feels that they have opened up so much for the opponent to take advantage and hit those balls from long range. He wants the cover-ups. He wants to keep his players awake.
Beautiful pass, and now Salahuddin is through on goal. Salahuddin with a touch. Maybe he shouldn't have made that touch, but he's gone down looking for the penalty. The referee says play on. That was a beautiful pass from the middle of the park to locate the run of Salahuddin Ismail, who just couldn't apply the finish. He's still down for First Bank. Could have been the all-important second for the Bankers. Beautiful pass. Yeah, that touch there, just too heavy and just enough for Obisesan to make the challenge.
He took advantage of that fallen man. He had the whole ball. I thought he was just going to look up and find his man who was already running by his side on the left and make that pass. Or maybe hit the ball from a distance. Missed time, his run, lost his footing, and what we saw was he actually had to go down. I hope he's not pulled something in that situation, Salahuddin. It was a beautiful defense from Osun United. Staying calm in that situation was very important, and concentrating on just winning the ball over was even more important. A good way to keep the deficit at just one. It would have been a great opportunity for First Bank to go 2-0 up, but not well handled by Salahuddin in that situation.
He's back on his feet. Will be okay surely to carry on. Clearly we'll be looking back at that opportunity missed to give his side a 2-goal cushion in this game.
I think there's a possibility of some players going back to do some more of treadmill, working on their balancing on the ground. Salahuddin shouldn't be going down like that without any tackle. Yes, it happens to players, but not in such a situation. He wasn't being pushed. No errors. I think he has this happen to him a couple of times. As skillful and brilliant as he can be on the ball, he should be doing better in situations like that. If he works more on the treadmill, maybe on his thigh.
"20 seconds to hit the 45-minute mark. I'll wait for confirmation of how much added time will be given. I've not seen too many stoppages, so maybe if I could make a guess, could be 3 or 4 minutes. Or a matter of moments to be seen if my guess is right. 45 minutes on the clock. First Bank still in front, courtesy of Ayuba's goal in the 28th minute. Yeah, I guess I was right. 3 minutes of added time. First Bank waiting for the second. Osun United will defend into this added time.
Final 3 minutes of the game. Almost 1 minute gone already. And we are in for some animation. You can see from the sidelines. Coaches showing how desperate they are to pick a point from here. First Bank trying to keep this 1-0 lead, at least if they cannot add the second for the first half. It's going to be a very, very dicey one. See very much right here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, where we're seeing the early kickoff between First Bank FC, the team already relegated, and Osun United, who were 2 points away from relegation before this game. currently 1 goal down. Can any further goals still be seen in this first half? A question that will be answered in the next couple of minutes as First Bank drives so close. Ball goes into the back of the net, but the assistant referee already caught that one as offside. Puts his hand on his head. Feels so unfortunate that that is not counted for him. An offside call. That was really tight, really close, but well controlled and well slotted to the back of the net by the right back. Some brilliant pass right there. Osun United will look to take advantage. They try to penetrate from the middle. They win a throw-in. They've got just less than 1 minute to do what they have to do on the clock. This most likely is their last attack in the first half. It all screams right here as First Bank disagree with that decision. Abacha will be glad to take that throw for Osun United. The Omoluabi boys trying to show how much of an Omoluabi they are on an away soil. The fans still not happy with the referee. The decision made to give them that throw-in, which has now won them a corner. Osun United will try to find a way into the box with this one. Half players, that ball was headed in the direction, but no threats really. They win another corner on the other side of the pitch. Can Osun United take advantage of clutch time to get an equalizer? It's 48 minutes already. I'm sure the referee will allow them to take this one. Adelani still trying to position himself and control these defenders to make sure that they get this one off without conceding a goal. Well, Saladin on the ground. The man who's been everywhere had that strike into the back of the net. Thought he had got the second goal for his team. Unfortunately, it was ruled out for offside. This time around, he's on the receiving end. It's been taken up. And this is a replay. Clearly an elbow from Abacha. Adelani saves that one easily. Abacha is really lucky right there. That's a red card offense. I think so. Adelani takes that one. It's a long ball. Headed away for a corner. I think the referee will allow them to take that one. He's actually blown the final whistle for the first half. He's ended the first half just as expected. It's been some nervy moments in the last 10 minutes, but I think the players have tried as much as possible to keep themselves calm. Not throwing caution to the wind. As the referee takes a walk out off the pitch. The players have shown new quality. We've seen one beautiful goal in this game. Maybe it would have been 2 or more from both sides. Not taking advantage of their chances. Just one going in just early, or just close to the end of the first half. We saw that beautiful goal scored by First Bank. A great assist from the man who should be scoring the goals. And players, as usual, gather to do the normal rituals. Both sides doing the same thing, speaking to themselves as the captain speaks. It's been an interesting first half right here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. And at halftime, it's the home team First Bank 1, Osun United 0.
One, two, one. We are live at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Is a fixture between First Bank FC, the home side, against Osun United. First Bank currently in the foot of the Conference B standings against Osun United, who are just 2 places above First Bank FC. And with me, I've got a guest to speak with. His name is Christian Okonkwo. He's an ex-Kwara United international. Good to have you here, sir.
Thank you. My name is Christian Okonkwo. It's a pleasure coming for this precious interview. I just want to thank the NNL because providing this assistance is a very good one for the NNL. And the two sides, you can see the way the game is going. The game is a balanced game. And the referees are doing a very wonderful job. So I just pray that my team will come out again and win this game today because we are done already.
So talking about the NNL now, you started with the NNL and all that. So just one team will be promoted from the 4 conferences, unlike before where we had the Super 8. But this time, one team from each conferences will be promoted, and there will be a Super 4 to determine the champion. What do you make of that? Is that a decent change for you?
Yeah, it's a wonderful one because it's full of competition now. It's not like before that you must win at your home. We lost on Wednesday against Thomas in our home. So we coming here for a point also. For NNL making that one slot, it gives all the whole teams competition for them to fight because it's just only one slot. So if it's 2 slots, then we start doing backroom games. But this one is 1 slot, so everybody wanted to come out and play and win that one spot. Like our group now, up till now we don't know who is the first. Yeah. It's a serious competition in that place. Even in the relegation zone, we don't know who is going. Maybe after this week or next week, we know people that is going.
Talking about relegations as well, there will be 3 teams relegated from Conference A and B, then 2 teams from Conference C and D. 10 teams in total will be going to the 3rd tier, the NLO. So, can you talk us through about that as well?
Yeah, like the relegation you can see in our own group now is dicey. We have First Bank, we have Calabar Rovers, we have Osun United, and we have Akpabio. Yeah. These 4 teams, 3 of them must go. Yeah. So up to now, we don't know who is going. But by the way the shape is going, by next week we know the particular team in our group that is going. The other group, I think, is already confirmed people is going. But in our own group, we still have a serious competition there. In the relegation zone, we have a competition. In the first slot, we have a competition. So our group is just like a very dead group.
Talking about the games on TV now, TX3 Sports, we're doing this. What can you say about this game being shown on TV and all that?
It's a wonderful one. I said it for the first time. It's a very wonderful one because he projects the players abroad now. You don't need to start forcing yourself to go to abroad. They watch these things all over, everywhere in the world. So you play yourself out. The scout can watch and say, this guy, I need this guy. So you don't need to say, I want to take my bag to go to Europe. You play yourself here, 10, 20 minutes, the scout see, it's easier. So I just want to thank you guys. And I want to thank NNL for making these games be on the TV. I just want to give them kudos.
Finally, before I let you go, sir, Osun United are trailing, First Bank are in front. What are your expectations for the second 45? Do you see this game being evening out?
Yeah, I said my team is losing. And I know that second half we're going to come out fully to come and take our slot because we need to win this match. If we want to escape relegation, we need to win this match. We don't need a draw. So we must come back in the second round, in the second half, and take our place as the winner of this game for us to escape the relegation.
Talking about predictions now, I'm going to put you on the spot, sir. First Bank are leading in front. So what's your prediction come the end of 90 minutes for full time in this game?
I see the way team coming out 2-1.
2-1 in favor of Osun United. So you're saying they're going to turn this one around?
Yes.
They're going to turn it around.
100% I believe that.
Talking about Osun United, the struggles in the NLL general, teams logistically, traveling, it's been tough. Yeah. What can you say to clubs who have been able to see out the season? We've seen teams withdraw from the NLL, teams pulling out half stages, but it's good to see teams going all the way to the very end. What can you say to encourage these teams?
I just want to take the state government that they're the one making this project works. I still want them to put more effort. I know it's not easy, traveling every week, playing home games. Due to the situation in Nigeria, the gas and everything is difficult. So I just want to thank my honorable governor, Adeleke, what he's doing in the state. Because I know funding this Osun United, I know a lot of things is going to come out from it. So I don't want to bring the governor down. That's why I said this team is going to come out from the relegation zone.
Thank you very much, sir. Wish you the very best.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. That was Christian Okonkwo, an ex-Kwara United player. Beautiful analysis from the games we've seen here today. And also, I've got another guest here with me. I've got Mr. Oladijo Ramadan, a member of the Supporters Club, the chairman of First Bank. Come closer, sir. You've seen this game, First Bank leading now against Osun United. What do you make of the first 45?
The match is very okay. Both sides is playing well, and we are expecting our team to be playing more than this, because we think our First Bank is one of the best clubs in NNA. But due to what is going on, that we are at the bottom of the table, so we are told our players that they should not relax, they should try to showcase themselves, because about football, there's nothing cannot happen. So the game is very well. They are doing well.
Tell us about the challenges you faced this season. I know it's not been easy, traveling to play games and all that. How has it been for?
Okay. We are thank God, Almighty God, and we are thanks the First Bank board that don't go together, because they already try. Don't let us deceive ourselves, because we are the one of the team that are not hold any player salary, and our player is collecting good salary. But you don't know, in football, sometimes they will put our match on Friday, so we don't have supporter. So especially the weekend, we have put our match on Friday, so that we are playing away match, because there's no any supporter. All these people that we go to work, put match on 3 o'clock on Friday. So that was some challenges that we have. And the one that it says that we need our Nigerian Football Federation to try to look deep into the NNA, because NNA is the body of the football in Nigeria now. Most of the players that is coming out, go to Premier or go outside the country, go and play the trial, they are coming from NNA. So the people that are officiating, so they need to look that area very well. Their officiating is very poor for this season. I remember our last match against Osun United. That match they give them penalty, but that's not what.
You lost by 2 goals.
Yes, and the referee. Our keeper is catch that penalty, and they say they should replay. One of their linemen until they score. He told me that until they score, they will play. If the keeper catch the penalty 3 times, they will replace. So all that thing is frustrating in football. So I want our people, our body, to look deep and by next season, let everything be okay more than this.
Finally, before I let you go, your predictions for this game, you still have the second half to play. What do you think this game is going to end?
This game will end up at 3-0 in favor of us. In the second half, we will score another 2 goals. So for the 3 points, we need them 3-0 today, by the grace of God.
Thank you very much, sir. Wish you all the very best. Well, we've seen 45 minutes. We've got 45 more minutes to come. We'll go on a very short break, and when we return, it is straight into the action right here from the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Don't you go anywhere. Sit back, relax, enjoy the second half.
What we do at Team 33, it's not just a business. There's power in being able to capture stories and being on a journey. Paying attention to the details. Really caring about the customer feedback.
On 5. Setback right 2. Go shot 2.
Team 33 is an outside broadcast company.
Veteran actor. Go shot 5. Go shot 5. Thank you.
We specialize in delivering top-notch multi-camera event coverage and live streaming services.
For us, we need just 1 or 2 reels.
At Team 33, at the core, we're driven by passion.
What do you think? This? Good choice.
Good, thank you.
Super. I think we have a future in TV.
You work in live production, you'll know that there's nothing glamorous about what we do. The hours are long. We are there before anyone shows up and after everyone is gone.
We are always busy. We are always on one production or the other, or even simultaneously on different productions. And I think that speaks to the kind of capacity that we have at Team 33 Productions.
Keep them double up. And keep them spread out.
Team 33 production has the best minds you can find in West Africa.
Committed crew member who makes all this possible, from the engineering to the technical personnel.
We strive for 100%, no matter what the challenges are.
Excellent teamwork, you know, from the crew member as well.
Every team member, from the CEO down to the production guys, we are all driven by passion, and we are all driven by the fact that we are looking forward to ensuring that every production is at its best.
At least one.
Yes, I'm going to say one.
Okay, and we're putting it all inside, inside the VIP?
Should we put it inside the VIP? Sorry.
Yeah.
We have 2 outside broadcast vans that allow us to essentially make any location a live studio.
Is there any possibility of setting a cost record this year? Let's see.
We have 2 Obi van. One of them is the Eagle. The other one is the Thunderbird.
The Eagle has the ability to handle massive production. It's a very big van. And then the Thunderbird also has the ability to handle massive production. We have a van that can take in as much as 60 cameras. But if that's needed.
And mix to 5. Ready, 6, go 6 now.
Graphics systems, different audio systems, and these are connections in a 3G SDI protocol. And you have a 64-channel audio Calec Omega audio system. Best system when it comes to sports. When you hear that football sound,
here comes the corner kick, it's left footed in.
It comes from different mic positions at different corners. These are the kind of facilities you find in our van.
All this stuff in drone.
You have triax cameras that can go as far as 300 meters to any point we decide to place our cameras in a stadium. So, which means that once the van is parked at any point in the stadium, you have a camera that can reach any point in that stadium. Each camera has the CCU, color correction, exposure, gain. You have that full control on the camera in the van. And also you have a recorder, Sony recorder that records an industry standard of MXF video format, which is one of the best standard you can have. And that has the ability to record at 100 bit rate, which means you have a color ratio of 4:2:2. For those that are in the industry will understand that that's also a very good color profile. And then you still have 4:4:4 color profile. So we have the ability to give a very good picture coming out from the recording system in the van.
We have EVS.
Welcome once again. Welcome back to the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. We are ready for the second 45 of this match day 16 NNL clash from Conference B. First Bank, foot of the table in front against Osun United. They lead, courtesy of that strike from Ayuba in the 28 minutes. So First Bank 1, Osun United 0, all to play for the visitors in the second 45. Just going through their pre-match huddle. Much talked about these days, football across the world. Chelsea, to be precise, they have huddles right on the center circle just before kickoff. But this is not the EPL, this is the NNL Well, we've got the players of the Solid Miners here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena getting ready for their fixture against Kwara United, who have been banished here from Ilorin to prosecute their home games here. I have to say Nasarawa United have been doing well this season, currently third in the MPFL standings, going in for a place on the continent next season. Talking about the MPFL, the landlords of this ground are in action here tomorrow against Wari Wolves, Ikorodu City. So games coming thick and fast here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Back to the NNL, ready for the second 45. Both set of players on the playing surface, like they normally do, just before the start of every half. They just line up on their goal post. Talking about the First Bank players. You wonder what's the idea behind these rituals and whatnot. I've not seen it from any football teams. More like a team photograph with the net as your background. Just before the restart, the First Bank FC players, Adenali saying his prayers to his gods just before the restart. Yet to concede in this game. Well, Azu, Osun United trail. Do you see them turning this tie around? Just before the start, I had an interview on the pitch side with Christian Chuku. He said he expects, just mixing things up, but he said he expects Osun United to turn this tie around by 2-1. Do you agree with that?
Christian Okonkwo actually feeling that
Christian Okonkwo, yeah.
things will turn around. He was so confident, spoke well about how much has been done to see the team get things right. But it's very possible. They've shown signs, and the goalkeeper Adelani has also shown a bit of G3 on his end, talking about the keeper for First Bank. He's always screaming at his players, but he makes it interesting sincerely. He makes it interesting sincerely, and I love the fact that they are not giving up at 1-0. They want to turn things around in this one, so it's possible.
Some Rabona to get us underway for the second 45 for Paulo Gunkwaya. First Bank 1, Osun United 0. First Bank now playing from right to left. White tops and white shorts looking for their second of this game. Osun United, the visitors, playing from left to right. Blue tops, black shorts, cross into the box. Ogunkoya gets the head, and the scuffed attempt at goal cleared to safety by Osun United. Well, looking to get off to a flyer here. First Bank for the restart. Here's Monday. Emmanuel. Osun United will clear their lines now. Oh, that's right. So restarting games with some Rabona style. Tells you the confidence from Paulo Gunkwaya. Credited with the assist for that Ayuba's goal.
I thought I saw that alone. It was clear from this angle that was a Rabona, but I just needed a confirmation, and I'm happy that you also witnessed it. That's what confidence brings. When you know you're playing maybe with nothing to lose, with every pressure off you, and you already have the lead. A good one for Paulo Gunkwaya, and that's just some highlight for the game. It doesn't have to be goals always, or strikes that hit the post, or saves from goalkeepers. It could be from those little passes, and those little things actually count.
A minute into the second 45, Osun United now coming forward for the first time in this second half. Also, Diko Bisoson's pass straight to Adelani. The other brother of ex-Ikorodu City man, Shola Adelani, who now applies his trade in Bulgaria with Botev Plodiv. Two brothers, one an attacking midfield maestro, and the other a goalkeeper.
Just can't wait to see players like that who leave the Nigerian league get to the heights. We saw what he did last season with Ikorodu City, taking them up until the highest level, almost getting them into the position for the Champions League. Dynambers, they lost out on that one, but at least they were able to get something good in the top four. That's how to play football. That's how to lead a team. Adelani played his part from the days of the coach who has now returned to the coach who's now currently with Shooting Stars. Aweruro. He had his time with all of those teams, and he was really the maestro controlling the attacking midfield role in that situation. A lot of them will have like that in Nigeria.
Talking about Ikorodu City, we've also got Paul Ogunkwaya, who was formerly of Ikorodu City, leading the lines today for First Bank FC.
And I think what they've allowed them to do right here is express themselves. Allow them play the kind of football they want. We just talked about the Rabona from Paul Ogunkwaya. Yeah, it didn't lead to a goal or anything, but that's some level of expression. When you are not caged at your very young age in football, it shows when you grow up. We talk about the likes of Yamal today. We see what they do on the ball. It's because they've been exposed and opened to play. I think the Ikorodu City team have got to also be looked at, and maybe a documentary or two be done on them in the nearest possible future. Their rise is one that should be contagious to every other team that wants to reach that height also in the nearest possible future.
Monday Emmanuel trying to shake this one off, but from the signs we could see here, it looks like he won't be able to carry on. We'll wait for confirmation.
A very painful one for him. One fantastic central midfielder joining up with the attacks. He's made all of those interesting passes and made the fluidity of that First Bank midfield. It's been really a menace to the Osun United players. But confirmed it's not going to be carrying on in this game just early in the second half. Who would have thunk that this man will be leaving that early?
Five minutes since the restart. Still same score line. First Bank FC 1, Osun United 0. Well, the visitors looking for the equalizer. First Bank clearly will be hoping to extend their lead. Sadiq Obisason strike, lost his footing in the process. This is Osun United. Now the pass was intercepted and now cleared by Monday Yakubu Boyo. Some tidy defending for Osun United.
Pretty well walked out. Watertight in the defense at this point in time. They closed all spaces. Trying to see that First Bank don't get any form of penetration. Osun United pushing really hard. Maybe some better attack ahead of First Bank, who look like they have maybe a better defense. But you just hope that it's not going to be time for gimmicks. You hope that this is really some tackle. Maybe they hit each other in that situation. Wait for confirmation to see those guys back on their feet.
They wouldn't want to surely lose another player due to injury. First Bank FC, they've lost Monday Mano. Daniel Kingsley come on in his stead. But this time, thankfully, Oladiwaju is back on his feet and looking like he's going to shake this one off. Ball is in the box. Clearance will come. Well, pressure from Osun United now. Delany needs to watch the bouncing ball, but it's timed that one well. Goal kick for First Bank. Free kick for Osun United. Cross into the box, dealt with, headed out, corner for the visitors. Who wouldn't want to make it 3 consecutive loss on the bounce. Headed into this time with back-to-back losses against Thomas and Rovers. Just before those 2 losses, they had 3 wins on the bounce. This is a game where maximum points is clearly needed. Corner comes in, cross into the box. Well, seems the referee has spotted something. Oh, Bacha stayed down. Looks like the corner will be retaken.
That's like the luckiest man on the football pitch. That elbow earlier in the game could have taken him out. Fortunately, the referee didn't see it. But fortunately for him, actually, he's still enjoying his game up until this point.
Ama Sogoni coming on for First Bank FC. They continue to ring the changes. Cross into the box. Delany comes out to claim that one. A bit of a challenge, clearing the lines there, First Bank.
Now you understand better why he's been screaming all through the first half up until now. Left the man unmarked and it was a direct space. He had to punch that one off, at least to keep him his team safe from conceding their first goal on this encounter.
Oh boy, it's some tough challenge there, but the referee has waved play on. Osun United will continue to come forward, but they've given away possession easily. Sikiro Duruboy just couldn't keep that one alive. Here's Paulo Gunkoya now trying to come forward, but the referee has really called to a halt. So Paulo Gunkoya just down on the turf. He was trying to go through on goal. There was a challenge on the number 9. Doesn't look in some comfort. Paulo Gunkoya is in pain. Ayuba went down earlier. And now the referee will be going to check on Paulo Gunkoya. I should take a second look at what happened.
That was a dangerous tackle. Caught him just while he had moved past his marker. It was clearly to his knee. He had to hold on to that. Paulo Gunkoya. He's back on his feet. I think he's expecting a free kick. Now he's trying to show the referee this is not a situation you should find. He doesn't want to drop ball. I think it should be professional, Paulo Gunkoya.
55 minutes on the clock. Advantage back to Osun United. 10 minutes since the restart. First Bank FC 1, Osun United 0. Ayuba's goal, the difference. If you're just joining us, it's the second half of this match day 16 clash. Our live coverage of the Nigeria National League and TX3 Sports. Crossfield ball. Oh, the header was connected with Viseson. It's a goal kick for First Bank. As Osun United continue to ask some questions.
It's a situation they're trying to protect the First Bank team, and they have got to keep their heads calm. Paulo Gunkoya was lucky in that situation. He should have picked up a yellow card. Had every right to fight, but you understand the rules of the game. You don't challenge the referee in such situations. Only the captain is allowed to go in your place, and he's playing with all passion at this point in time.
Foul by Paulo Gunkoya. Needs to keep a calm head. As now he's been at the back of a rash challenge on Nuruddin Abolode, who stayed down now for Osun United. Paulo Gunkoya. No.
This is what we call professional foul. In such a situation, you knew you were not going to win the ball. Just put his leg in front, not raising his leg so high against Abolode. But unfortunately, he's been blown against. I think he's trying to tell the referee now, challenging him, that most likely he's partial. If he's not careful.
He needs to be careful now, Paulo Gunkoya. He gets a second yellow card for decent. It's a 2 Wrong situation, and now he takes a closer look. Well, Paulo Gunkoya puts a hand on the referee. This is uncalled for. This is clearly unprofessional from Paulo Gunkoya. 2 yellow cards in quick succession, and First Bank have been reduced to 10 men, and now he's been calmed by his teammates. Now this is a situation he clearly wouldn't want to look back on. Paulo Gunkoya, you wonder if this is needed or if this is called for. Clearly unprofessional from Paulo Gunkoya. He's been red carded, and now he will be making way. Still having to go at the referee.
I think he should be doing way better. Give kudos to that man, Ebuka, who went and played. That's employs almost immediately to stop him from attacking the referee. He was already holding on to the referee's hand when Stanley Ebuka came and said, you just have to keep calm. Like you mentioned, you don't know how bad these things are until you watch a replay. Paulo Gunkoya has got to be careful. It's going to be beyond just the red card. There's going to be more to it. He had a yellow card. It was simple as that. Take it in good faith. The next thing we saw was he went on to challenge the referee, trying to tell him that he's biased. And the second yellow card came and it was a red card.
Paulo Gunkoya making way from the other side of the pitch, and now he's having a word with a fan who understands. Clearly he might regret this moment.
Shouldn't be a team like First Bank. He should be painting such a picture. This is very, very unprofessional. I think he's not even ready to go off the pitch. He's still speaking to fans, taking off his boots and just animating all through.
Well, it's looking like play won't be restarted till he goes off the pitch entirely. Well, our center referee, just to remind you, is from Oyo State. He's had a decent game. Akonji Wasu from Oyo State, our center referee. And if Paul goes off and his team drops points from this game, might just be more regrets for the number 9. The referee just waiting for Paulo Gunkoya to make his way out of the pitch before this game will be restarted.
I think he's left the pitch. Maybe the substitutions are keeping him, keeping the game on hold. The players are also not happy with the response.
Paulo Gunkoya off. First Bank reduced to 10 men. And we are back underway. 1 hour of football played, 60 minutes. You can make that 61. Osun United now with the advantage. And they still trail by a goal to nil. First Bank getting ready to make a substitution. And wait to see what will come of it. Here comes the visitors on the attack. And Miracle Opaise is giving away possession cheaply there.
It's a way to win it back, and we're not seeing the same free flow of football that we saw in the first half. I hope Paulo Gunkoya's act will not drop the quality of the game. The players have got to pick themselves back up immediately, and you expect First Bank to do more for defensive kind of play right now to stop an equalizer from being considered.
Well, the substitute Daniel Kingsley thought he won that one cleanly, but it's a free kick for Osun United. Well, both managers will be making double substitutions each. Monday Yakubu will now be making way. But Monday's now off the pitch. Miracle Opaise also will be making way for First Bank FC. Double change for the home side and also double change for the visitors. Well, Monday, Yakubu and Miracle haven't had the best of games here today. Not seeing the magic they've been able to dish out for this First Bank side. Well, in comes the Norja, who's a regular starter, but started from the bench today. And now he'll be coming out to see out the final 28 minutes of this time. Free kick for Osun United taken into the box. Abacha hoping to take that one into his stride. And now the cross into the box. The header from Shegun straight at Adelani.
Now the coach has got to sacrifice some of his top players. Miracle Bicep being left, being taken out is a big pain in the heart of the fans. They love to see him get in those mesmerizing situations. Unfortunately, he's not been at his best, but sometimes you just see players go all quiet in the dying embers of the game. They light up again and help the team get the victory and even maybe increase the goal tally. It's not the best of days for him. Maybe a bad day at the office, and just worsened by that poor tackle and that poor descent from the man, Paul Okoye. Surely when he's calm, he will regret his actions, I think.
So confirming the two players who came on for Osun United, Ibrahim Ismaila and also Ude Samuel, the two players brought off the bench for Osun United. A heavy pass there for Daniel Kingsley from Ayuba to throw in for the visitors.
And the visitors have got to also keep themselves composed, understand what they want, because they really need to get this one to stay afloat. If they drop this game as a loss, it's going to be 3 straight for them, and it's going to be a bad omen also for the team who's trying to stay up and not go on relegation. And they're given an opportunity, clear opportunity to at least get an equalizer with 1 man up. Osun United.
Clearly with the advantage now. The visitors. Strike comes in from the right hand side, blocked. It's going to be a corner. We've got 2 Onojas on the pitch, 1 for either side. 65 minutes on the clock. First Bank FC still in front, courtesy of that strike from Ayuba. Clearly, this strike from Ibrahim was wayward, elevation too high. It's going to be a goal kick for First Bank. Adelani has gone down.
He say was expected. You just hope that he's fine. Trying to show the referee how he landed badly. Referee trying to have a communication with him to be sure if he's going to be calling on the attention of the medics. But you know the away team will not buy this idea. They understand this whole gimmick sometimes, but we're not so sure that's the situation right there. You could see a player from the opposing side shaking his head. Dauda Olalere not happy and just shaking his head in some kind of pity. Like we've gotten to that point where players start to play their own pranks.
Movements in the bench for Osun United. Coach Akinade Onibinde still trying to create a solution for Osun United as they trail by a 1-0 here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. This session of the crowd will be deterred. They continue to bring the noise, bring the sound, from the trumpets, from the drums. But First Bank will need it more now that they're at a disadvantage, haven't been reduced to 10 men. The head coach still also dishing out instructions from his technical area. Talking about a man leading the charge for First Bank, Abidemi Abiolu from the sidelines.
You talk about the music, the sound, the fanfare. First Bank needing it more, and that's because they are playing at home and they understand the sounds they need in situations like this. Hopefully, they'll be able to keep it up. Just as pleasantries are going on the sides and just outside the pitch. Fans will always enjoy themselves as much as some will also be aggravated by maybe refereeing situations or results not going their way.
Another change for Osun United. Another change for Coach Akinade Onibinde. This time it is Ayonde has been called to have a taste of the action. Well, can they get a second against the odds here? Here's Onoja. Cross comes into the box, well, clearly coming from an offside position. Advantage for Shu United.
I must give it to the assistant referee. He's been spot on, finding those little spaces that would have most likely led to a goal. One actually went into the back of the net, but it was called back because of the assistant referees being spontaneous. His spontaneity, he saw that error from the runner who put the ball in the back of the net for the second goal, Elias Alaudin. It makes football interesting and brings that level of balance that you need.
Shu United coming forward. Cross comes into the box. Oh, that would have been a perfect introduction off the bench for that man. Well, the cutback was hit with so much force. Caught in no man's land there, hoping to connect to that one, but it's gone out for a goal kick.
Didn't have the opportunity to control that one or have a volley of that ball into the back of the net. The ball hit him badly and he went straight down on Yode. A man who would have wanted to just come on to score the ball. Tonda not happy with that situation. Felt disappointed, but it's a good way to start. And I love the fact they actually created almost a replica of what we saw from First Bank when they put the ball in the back of the net in the first half. The record man Paul Ubukoya being at the end of that assist. Osun United still showing that they have something to get from this game. And I think a point would be so big for them in the end.
Clearly no rush to get things going now. First Bank. Adelani just doing just enough to while away the time. 70 minutes on the clock. Got 20 minutes of normal time left to play. Still a lot of time for Osun United to take something from this game. Putting bodies on the line now. First Bank going into every challenge, going into every tackle as they hope not to concede. There's Kingsley. Threaded through the middle, looking for the run of Onoja. It's a throw-in for First Bank.
Some good defensive work right there from that man, showing that he had all to go for. Boyo, sliding tackle. Didn't get it perfectly, but it was enough to put the ball out for a throw-in, at least to help his team pick their spot. And everybody positioned to defend this one for First Bank, who could be very dangerous in situations like this. They have a good throw-in taker, and that's allowed him decided to go short to this situation, and that's just what we've seen from them so far in this game.
Cross into the box. Bounced right in front of Gabriel Onoja. Did well to time the header. Osun United will break forward now. The challenge clearly not timed. Wandalda came off the bench earlier. Dauda Olale, one of the substitutions for Osun United. And outside of the foot cross into the box. Well, it's been resolute defending from First Bank since being reduced to 10 men. Calmly done from Boyer, but lack of awareness there. Delayed thinking from the centre-back. And now here's Daniel Kingsley for First Bank, looking to set that one into the box for Ayuba to get his brace. And it was blocked. And it's gone out for a corner. The best move for First Bank has been reduced to 10 men.
That was a brilliant move right there. Ayuba well waiting. Daniel had that ball. Maybe he was just going to come back, but you saw what that man did right there. Went straight up with all his body. Made sure nothing went past him. Stanley Ebuka. And you know the goal scorer was just waiting to pounce on that one, slot it into the net, beating the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, he wouldn't get to him, Omar Ayuba, for his second.
Taking their time, First Bank. Not too much options in the box, just 4 wide shirts. waiting to attack this corner. It's been taking shots to Ayuba. Ayuba on the turn. He's won another corner. Another corner for First Bank. You wonder if Salahuddin will go short once again this time.
They're doing all they can to catch up at this point. And it's just you wondering where the boys are not getting the ball to the other side, where they have to come pick balls from here. Are they also part of the game? We see this a lot of times, in football games.
Salahuddin went short again from the corner. Would have been a perfect set-piece routine had it gone in.
Got the ball to Daniel, who had that one and pierced that past through the legs of the players. Unluckily, didn't get to his target. Just one more move, an inch of that ball would have got into the final man. I would have been talking about a strike and from First Bank for a second goal.
Might have been screams, yellings, animations on that technical area. Too much for the official on the sidelines to handle. So he's called on his center referee to brandish the yellow cards. The Cats flying out left, right, and center. Not afraid, Akanji Vasil from Oyo State to bring out the cards. Safe to say, most of the technical crew of Osun United will go into the referee's box. Interesting to see what the match report will be like.
And he does his job without looking back. Stands his ground. A young man trying as much as possible to make sure that he brings fair and balance to the game. He's not a perfect guy, but his confidence has really been key to this one as we move closer to the final stages of this encounter. The composure of the referee, I think, has been higher than what we have from the players.
15 minutes of normal time left to play. Osun United yet to take advantage of the man advantage. The give and go in that instance. Well, not in the same minds, clearly both players. Sadiq Obiseson looking to combine and connect with Dauda.
Clearly a poor decision for Obiseson, right? They had that ball and he had the situation where he could make a turn and maybe hit that strike from outside. You're not so sure of a 1-2 pass and you have to take it so quickly. You had the whole space just behind you. Make a turn and see if you can beat the goalkeeper Adelani, or at least slot something or create more space for the team. I think he rushed that one out of some nervy moment he put himself. He should be doing better.
Still hanging on the home side, still holding on to their slender lead here so far. Clean sheet still intact for this man, Delany.
And you understand he had to stand up immediately, understanding that there is an 8-second rule that might make him maybe lose that ball to a corner and possibly pick up a yellow card if he continues.
Great defending from Salahuddin. He's won the throw-in. A strike coming off Abacha. Abacha screaming at his players. Hit long. Daniel going for that aerial ball from First Bank. Still trying to get a second against all the odds here. Osun United, they've yet to had an attempt on target or draw up a save from Adelani since Paulo Kunkwaya was sent off. Oh boy, you're there with some risky defending. First Bank once again, they've won it back cleanly from that left-hand channel. Tanku Yunusa bringing that energy from that left-hand side.
Some dangerous situations right there they found themselves. And you just wonder if they would have been able to stay with this 1-0 deficit, Osun United, if Ogunkoya wasn't sent off. if you have not had that moment of madness, things are not going their way. You expect them to be taking advantage. That man, Udo Samuel, has done all he could. He's tried to make tackles, tried to show that he's got the brilliance since coming off the bench. But it's been some cameo, and it's ended almost immediately once he gets on the ball. Not the kind of situation he wants to have. Just as the name, the Omoluabi boys, they should have courage, hard work, humility, and respect shown. But we've not found most of these things in this game. Maybe to show before the end of it.
Here's Ayuba now for First Bank. Ayuba has found Daniel Kingsley on the opposite side. This could be the moment. Here's Onoja for First Bank. Onoja expecting the contact, and he gets it, and he wins the free kick for First Bank. You wonder if that was the right option. Daniel not too pleased. It's a free kick for First Bank. Onoja had the goal at his mercy, but clearly brought down by Boyo. Gets the free kick.
Clearly a free kick, but what was Onoja thinking in that situation? He was given that space to just run straight at the goalkeeper and find a way to slot the ball past him or go around him. Had a poor control, was so sluggish on the ball. That's the man who came off the bench, and that's the biggest surprise if you ask me. And you'll see why that man has every reason to scream at him and show his anger in that situation.
Free kick for First Bank. Nurudeen Okalawa is coordinating his defensive wall. And Mohammed getting ready to take this free kick for First Bank. It is the captain who strikes. Goal kick, Osun United.
He had the force, had the precision, but the height of that ball was just well over the wall and over the bar. An easy one for the goalkeeper to decide in that situation. Nurudeen Okalawa didn't have to do much, just stretch his arm to make sure that everything is covered. A painful one for First Bank.
80 minutes on the clock. 10 more minutes left to play. Time running out for Osun United. Who are still chasing this game away from home against First Bank FC. They continue to chase, they will chase. Still enough time for goals to come in a football game. Poorly done from Samuel, but luckily enough, he's won it back. Brought down clearly. Free kick for Osun United.
I think that's the only man still burning with the fire, Udo. Still pushing hard to see that his team gets a result. He surely doesn't want to see them go down. We're seeing tired legs, maybe sharp minds from some of the players. And it's just a question of who will hold their nerves at this point in time. So the animation is really getting heightened on the other side.
Corner for Osun United. On the right hand side. There's been a set piece duties for the visitors. Sadiq takes the corner. Anywhere would do with the clearance for First Bank. The pass too heavy for Sadiq. It's gone out of play. Throw in for First Bank.
It's got a very brilliant control right there. Brought that ball so well down. Sadiq Obiseson, one of the finest players for Osun United today. Unfortunately, it looks like it's not going to be happening for any good thing in the end.
Free kick for the visitors.
Surprisingly, I saw Abacha come back up almost immediately. And you understand that he's desperate to see his team get the victory.
Free kick for the visitors. Could this be the moment where they would restore parity? Cross into the box. Still alive. On the left hand side, headed out by Daniel. Possession back to Osun United. On the right hand side, looking to go with pace, Gabriel Onoja. Impeded and stopped by Yunusa. Here's Abacha. Osun United, the strike comes in straight at Delany from Abacha. Decent strike. Maybe could have gone for placement or go for the far post. An easy save in the end for Delany, but he's hit this one long into the opposite end. Onoja with a cross to the other side, looking for Ayuba. Ayuba has kept it alive. It is his goal. That is the difference between these two sides so far. The cross from Daniel to no white shirts lurking in the box. Well, you could understand they are not sending bodies forward, First Bank. That was a cross waiting for maybe Apollo Gunkoya to talk home, but he's been red carded. First Bank just hanging on to this game. They've got 6 more minutes to normal time to hold on. 6 minutes plus added time actually to hold on to a slender lead here.
We're talking about in every moment of the game, situations where you have the half and the mouth. It's about who takes it. First Bank look like they are pushing even further.
Troy comes in and it came off the woodwork. Well, Ayuba almost close to getting his brace. Clearly a shot pull from Daniel. And that was a chance. Ayuba has stayed down. Seems like he struck himself against the frame of the goal. But Ayuba denied by the woodwork. He came from a long throw. And look at the run from Ayuba. Left the defender for dead. And also the goalkeeper in no man's land. What a chance for First Bank.
What a goal that would have been from that man, Ayuba. He's had a fantastic game. He would have just crowned it up with that effort. A beautiful throw from Salahuddin. I mentioned him earlier. He knows how to make those long throws. He had Daniel, I think, on the side looking to hit that one, but just shoved off from the back. Ayuba had the ball. Well positioned. An easy volley would have been for him into the back of the net. Beating Okolawo completely. But the captain will be so happy and lucky that one didn't go into the back of the net. He wouldn't have cared if he was going to be treated if that ball had gone to the back of the net. But unfortunately, he will still hold on to that 1 goal lead.
Free kick for Osun United. Courtesy of that pull from Daniel.
He had to just pull that man back to stop him from making the run. A counter-attacking move it would have been for Osun United.
Free kick deep in their own half, sent into the opposing area. They need to stay switched on. They need to stay focused now. First Bank, you don't want to concede a goal so late in a game. But despite being reduced to 10 men, they've gone closest to scoring. Ayuba's chance earlier has been the best we've seen in the second 45. 87 on the clock. First Bank 1, Osun United 0.
You have a player down, and I will just wrap it up with these words as far as what we've seen in the last 10 minutes or 20 minutes is concerned. You wonder if Osun United really want to get this victory. I've not seen that drive, I've not seen that passion, I've not seen that courage when they drive forward. Yeah, a couple of players have shown their qualities. I mentioned Obisheson earlier. We saw a bit of that man, Udo, who came off the bench. Goalkeeper has also stood his ground. But how many of this have we seen from every other player? We've not seen that hunger to at least push them to get a victory. Or at least a draw from an away ground. Let them even get a goal in the game and light up the environment.
Here's Daniel. He's done a tidy job since coming on. And now he's won the corner. Oh, what an impact he's made off the bench. Not amongst the goals, but keeping hold of possession in that midfield area. He's done that one brilliantly for the Elephant boys since coming on. In no rush to take this corner, Salahuddin. Corner taking shots. Just 2 wide shots in the box. You expect First Bank to hold on to possession here. Try to win another corner, but this time it's going to be a throw. 89 minutes on the clock. 89 plus added time for Osun United to take something away. Back to Oshobo from this game. Osun United staring at a 3rd consecutive loss.
Doesn't look like they are going to be turning it around with the kind of football they've played. But maybe they will have enough time at other time to make up for the errors and the lackluster performance we've seen in the second half. They've hardly tested that man, Adelani, in the goal for the home side. Ademola could go on, take a walk and get back. The only things we've seen is just him saving balls in the air, holding it and lying to the ground. Not really a strike that would have threatened him or put you in that heart and mouth situation.
Here's Ayuba. Ayuba holding on to the ball nicely. Still Ayuba. Oh, clearly the man of the match, if you ask me, for this game. Not just because of the goals, but because of the goal rather. His hard work has really paid dividends for the Elephant boys. Well, confirmation of harder time. 7 minutes. Onoja strike from distance. Well, lost his cleats in the process. It's a goal kick for Osun United. 7 minutes of added time.
He would have been joyful paying a sacrifice for those cleats going off if the ball had gone to the back of the net. But unfortunately, it was way wide. Onoja should be doing better with that strike. Thought he was going to do a corner or maybe make a cross into the box.
Well, First Bank winning those second balls now. That's quite impressive. We've not allowed the shenanigans from Paulo Gunkwaya to disrupt their defensive structure.
First Bank are actually just doing as much as they can. They are calming things down and taking their time, and I think I understand where they are coming from, wanting to kill the pressure coming from the opponent.
Heading into the 2nd minutes of added time. The attempted cross from Onoja. It's going out for a goal kick. Osun United still trying to get themselves back on this game. Osun United. Well, Paulo Gunkwaya got a red card in this game. 2 yellow cards in quick succession. But surprisingly, he's not in the dressing room. He's in the stands, trying to get a bird's eye view of the remainder of the action. He'll be hoping his team will claim maximum points come the end of 90 minutes in this tie here today.
Obviously, he's found his calm. He understands maybe a bit of what he's done, and he's just on the with the right people who will just keep him cool as he watches the game on.
Clearly a foul. Free kick for Osun United. The referee had a perfect view of that one. Salahuddin, the guilty party. Free kick for Osun United. Salahuddin will be praying and hoping that they don't capitalize on this one.
That's a very dangerous tackle. well caught in that situation. Ibrahim had that touch on him and he had to scream out. It was clear. The referee had no option. He saw it, it was close. And like you mentioned, we would just hope that that tackle will not cost them an equalizer.
Strike comes in from range. Oh, nowhere near the goal, nowhere near to trouble Adenoline goal. You wonder why he had gone direct. Or maybe he should have just sent a cross into that 6-yard box for his teammates to attack.
You might think he took the wrong decision. Sometimes when you strike those balls, it goes into the back of the net. And he struck it really hard, just like we've seen. Precision right there, but not accuracy.
Still some time for Osun United. 4 minutes of the 7 added played. 3 more minutes. For the time left. So Noja to wrong goal. Well, it's been adjudged to have fouled Ebuka, the defender for Osun United. Free kick for the boys.
A clear push from the back. Ebuka also lost his footing right there. He'll be happy to see that the referee called that one back, Stanley Ebuka.
Another yellow card to the technical error, this time for First Bank. Oh, this game has been with so much drama, not just on the pitch, but, also on the sidelines as well. Both bench clearly almost waiting to get on the pitch.
That's why I said it's been a colourful bench, Manny.
It's been indeed colourful.
Yellow cards everywhere.
Flying out from our centre referee from Oyo State. Osiu Akonji.
He must be a disciplinarian. I think that's what he is. Do as much as he can to make sure everybody respects his orders.
Osun United still on the attack. If it wants to happen, it needs to happen now for the visitors. A handball spotted by the referee. A bit of a delayed whistle, but eventually the whistle came. It's a free kick for Osun United.
I think he was trying to give an advantage in that situation.
This time, the captain, the other end of the decision, clearly handball, the hand clearly out of the body. Free kick for Osun United. Cross into the box, so the header was connected from Sama Udo. And it's out for a goal kick, and they will take their time to take this one. Well, they've not been as bright as the inscription on their jersey, Imole, Osun United.
Man is showing me that he's got a better understanding of that language. He's got more light on the Yoruba language. I love that fact, Imole. Reminds me of a particular singer who went all out and even more popular when we lost him some years back. Still trying to wrap my head around the name at this point, but that's what Imole actually means, light. And sincerely, they've been far from bright. The away side of Osun United.
Looking for the second. This is Daniel. He's in the box. Daniel with a strike. Got it in! And that is how you wrap up the game. Daniel with the Midas touch. Off the bench for the Elephant Boys. Wriggled his way past a couple of blue shirts. And a strike with a plumb. First Bank, with a man short, have doubled their lead against Osun United. They might be at the foot of the table, but they are clearly on top of this tie here today.
When we talk Midas touch, we don't mean that book by Robert Kiyosaki or that book by Kenneth Egan. We're talking about a brilliant touch now we just saw from that man Daniel. He came off the bench and he's been finding ways to wiggle his way through. He got it so perfect, went past the defense. What a way he cut in from that right side. Went past him, the first marker, Boyo, and was pushed him to the right, found a way to put that ball on the roof, and Okolawa had no space to save that one into the back of the net. Brilliant one from Daniel.
Did well to stay on his feet, and look at that for a finish. Top bin stuff. Daniel Kingsley off the bench, and First Bank have wrapped things up, and that is the last kick of the game. Daniel Kingsley's goal setting us up to a blockbuster end to this relegation thriller. Oh, pandemonium on the bench for First Bank. They had a man sent off, Paulo Gunkoya, but they really fought. And this man, Daniel Kingsley, has wrapped things up with a beautiful goal after Ayuba has given First Bank the lead here. Final thoughts from you, Azu, before we call it a day.
Mane, I must say it's a game that has come to an end, and it's a game that was decided by fine margins, discipline, determination, and just the little bit of quality from First Bank. Held strong after that red card. That's the beauty of the Nigerian National League. Tight, intense, and always unpredictable. You just thought Osun United were going to get equalizer, but that Midas touch, like I mentioned, not even from Midnight Star, the song from the 80s, sealed the game, and it's just a proud one for First Bank. Even though they are going down to the NLO, they have shown quality in a game like this. A good way to end.
Indeed, a beautiful way to end a football game. Well, it might have been a relegation struggle, but it was indeed a game that have every pex of a top of the table clash. First Bank FC with a precious 3 points. They stay rooted at the bottom of the log, but they move to 11 points after this fixture here today. And what a win for the Bankers. What a win for the Elephant boys. It's been a beautiful game of football. They make it back-to-back home wins. 1-0 here against Rovers FC last time out, who are also stuck in the relegation dogfight. And now another massive 3 points against their fellow relegation strugglers in Osun United, who are now off the back of 3 consecutive defeats as far as the NNL is concerned.
The fanfare is still very much alive. They are celebrating like they just gained promotion to the MPFL. Celebrations are relative. And you just wish that these goals could be separated into 2 to help them even at least stay afloat.
Oh, this has been a wonderful game of football. Beautiful game. 2 goals we've seen so far. 1 on either half. Well, Daniel off the bench to score that beautiful goal. I mean, that's some goal to wrap up a game of football. Wriggling his way past a couple of blue shirts. Just when you thought he could have gone down, could have been maybe awarded the penalty because there was clearly contact. But he stayed on his feet, showed great tenacity, great determination to apply the finish. What a game it's been here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. It has lived up to expectations. First Bank have indeed picked up maximum points here. Full time here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. First Bank 2, Osun United 0. Get us underway, and indeed they get us underway. Osun United relegation battle here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. First Bank against Osun United. First Bank looking to make it back-to-back home wins. Well, after 20 minutes of action, the visitors drew a save from Adelani, and this time from way out, that man in goal, Nuruddin Okalawo, just making the save to deny the home side, First Bank, from getting their noses in front, just hurting himself in the process. We've seen some couple of long-range goals in game of football, but on the 28 minutes, this was where the opener came in. Brilliant walk down the right-hand side from Paul Ogunkwaya, and a beautiful cross into the box for Ayuba to finish. Well, in the second half, First Bank continued to look for the second, and after 3 minutes, well, in the second 45, First Bank got us underway, and in the 68 minutes, Osun United tried to restore parity in this game. The cross from the right-hand side, Abacha just couldn't connect with that strike. Well, he wasn't expecting that cross to come into the box with so much power, but there was a chance gone begging for Osun United. And from the free kick in the 80th minute, from the captain off the side, just always rising. And no worries for Nuruddin Okalawo, the man in goal for Osun United. And this chance for Ayuba could have gotten his brace. It came off a long throw. The goalkeeper not too quick to react. Ayuba the quickest, denied by the frame of the goal. And in the 96 minutes, few seconds to the end of the 7 added, and look at that for a finish from Daniel Kingsley. In the box, wiggled his way past a couple of blue shirts, beats one, beats the second, was shoved slightly, stayed on his feet, and the finish with so much precision to give First Bank a 2-goal lead right at the death in this fixture. He came off the bench, Daniel, and rightfully so, he wrapped up the scoring in magnificent fashion for the Elephant Boys. So a man short, but they wouldn't be deterred. 2 goals in either half, 1 in either half, and First Bank have run away winners in this one. After 90 minutes, bottom of the table, First Bank 2, Osun United 0.